If you're not repurposing video content into blog posts, you're missing out on enormous benefits that grow and maintain online success. I'm talking about avoiding burnout, simplifying your content creation plan, connecting your message across multiple platforms, and scaling your business by reaching people who might not otherwise find your content. Another power move with repurposing your video content into blog posts is how easy you're making it to leverage another online income stream. If you're looking for a simple way to do this without wasting a ton of time, stay tuned. What's up, everybody? It's Rockey from Repurposely, bringing you the best tips and tools for repurposing your content. And today, I'm bringing you 7 simple steps to repurposing video content into blog posts. Plus, I'm going to be giving you a 12 blog post recipe ebook to make things even easier. Sounds good? Let's get right into it. Step 1, selecting the right YouTube video. Choose videos that offer rich, valuable content. This is all about evergreen content that will usually be relevant later on. That's because evergreen content gets a lot of traffic. People are always searching for it depending on your niche. Think about it. No one is looking for how to use an iPhone 3G, right? So get familiar with what evergreen content you have on your channel. You want to figure that out. You also need to know your audience and which videos they've shown interest in. Another way to pick a video is based on likes, engagement, meaning comments, and shares. You can see this easily in your YouTube dashboard. If you're looking to repurpose viral videos other people have made, follow the same steps. Find something evergreen or focus on likes and comments. Look at it like this. If the topic has people talking, it's probably a great video to turn into a blog post. But more importantly, is it something that fits into your message and is useful for your audience? That is the most important part, to be honest. Step 2, pick your blog recipe. What kind of blog post are you writing? Is it a how-to? Will it be a listicle? What format are you going to use? This is important to know because this helps you determine what key points to take out of the content. Plus, there are so many more types of blog content you can write that help you soar high above your competition if they are only using generic types. Later on, I will walk you through an example and offer you a free resource that gives you the top 12 blog recipes for creating viral blog posts. Step 3. Extract the essence of your blog post. Here is when you watch your video and extract the key points of the video. You can speed this process up by looking at your original script and pulling insights from that. You can also copy and paste the video transcript into a document and highlight things that way too. This process of dissecting the transcript also works best if you want to find inspiration from other video content as well. The research is where you win if you are using another content creator's videos for inspiration. A best practice I use is thinking about the questions your audience might have after they finish the video. Ask yourself if you can write out an FAQ outline you can use in your blog at the end or to answer throughout the blog. Step 4, incorporate SEO. While you're outlining your article, identify key phrases and terms your audience might use to search for this content. Use your favorite SEO tool. For new bloggers, I recommend Lowfruits or Jaxi. These tools help you find the best keywords a new website with no authority can rank for. They simplify getting an edge, which you need as a new website trying to gain organic traffic. With that said, though, don't get too wrapped up in overanalyzing keywords because it's your ideas and your content quality that make the most difference. Step 5, expand on the value provided. This means diving deep into a topic that you might have glossed over in your video. Your blog can be the perfect opportunity to elaborate. Draw from personal experiences, incorporate different perspectives. Create infographics that incorporate visual representations of the information. This helps with gaining backlinks as well, but also it makes it easier for your audience to see what you mean within the blog post. Here, you're just stretching what you already created in the video. You're not adding anything new just yet. So take a look at what's already in the video from those key points and try to stretch those particular key points a little further, dive a little deeper. And that's going to help you add a little bit more value. Step 6, bring something fresh. This is new information some other posts don't include. The problem many people have is they're copying what top blogs on the SERPs are doing, hoping to land somewhere on page 1. Don't do that. Spend some time finding out what they're really missing. What most videos on repurposing content will tell you is you need to include the latest statistics, some case studies, or recent news that wasn't in your original video. And that's all good. But what you're missing is your spin, your unique addition to the topic that tells your audience you really thought this through. Maybe you add a step-by-step guide to solving a problem you might not have had in the video before. Now, Alex Hormozi talks about this in his book, $100 Million Offers. It's called The Value Equation. And pretty much what it means is not all content is valuable just because you throw some graphs in it. There is a value equation. Now, I'm not going to go and give it away entirely because it's an awesome book and you should read it. But what I will tell you is that if you can make something faster, easier to accomplish, show people it's possible to solve a problem in a certain period of time, or give them quick wins that move them towards solving a problem, that's way more valuable than stats and infographics. This entire repurposing exercise is about taking an idea and making it better, not having to not think about making something better because you take it from somebody else. Okay? So don't be afraid of the work. Just come up with the ideas, then repurpose those ideas, and really offer something valuable to your audience. And you'll end up on page 1. Step 7, proofread and edit. So your content is done and now you want to proofread it and edit it. As a professional writer myself, I can't tell you how important the editing process is. It turns a focused blog post into a masterpiece, so don't rush the process. Grammarly is great for editing, and so is the Hemingway app. Both will make your writing much better. That's a very simple path to take when it comes to editing. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments for me below. All right. Now, after you finish all 7 steps, you promote your content, distribute it, and then wait for feedback. You measure and analyze your results. How many comments did you get? Are you ranking for the keyword? Did the post get indexed? What's the consensus from your audience after you promoted it? All these things will help you see if the blog was a good fit for your audience and if new visitors like it. Google Sitekit is a fast way to see analytics directly in the back office of a WordPress website too. Or just go to Google Analytics and check it out. Either way, you want to make sure that you analyze what you did and how it's working for you. That way you can learn and create content similar to what you already just repurposed. Now, if you're getting value from this video, considering subscribing and clicking the notifications so you don't miss out on any other valuable videos that I release that will be helpful to you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the second part of this video, and I'm going to walk you through an example of how I do it, what my workflow looks like in the sense of repurposing a YouTube video into a blog post. Let's get it. All right, so now we're going to go over the workflow, my YouTube workflow, YouTube to blog workflow. And it's pretty simple. I mean, it's ever growing and changing because, you always need to keep adapting and getting better. But for now, this is the example that I want to go over with you. So the first thing I always do is I open a Notion window. I don't know, what platform you use to manage your content and your ideas, but I use Notion. So just open up whatever application you use. And the first thing is picking the video, right? And again, like I said earlier, you want to pick something evergreen. If you can, especially if it's your content, even if you're using someone else's content as inspiration, pick something that's evergreen. But sometimes there are hot topics and there are things that are people talking about, and you want to use that, and that's fine. It's just evergreen content lasts a long time, especially when it comes to blog posts, right? But the first thing I did was I picked a video, and the video that I picked was horrible YouTube advice that's killing small channels, right? So YouTube, what's more evergreen than YouTube, right? But so what this content is all about is it's a contrarian piece in the sense where it's pretty much telling you that everybody tells you to post every day or post 3 times a week, and that's actually destroying new YouTubers, right? And because of burnout and all these other different things. So this is the idea that I picked. If you take a look at the views here, it has 220,000 views. It has over almost 16,000 comments. So this is a really good piece to create a blog post about. It's easily transferable to a blog. So that's the idea, is you find something that resonates with you, but also resonates with your audience, and that you can transition to easily. The next thing you do is you select your blog recipe. Now, I talked about this earlier, that I have a resource for you guys, and I'm going to show you that right here. It's my 12 unbeatable recipes for crafting viral blog content. And pretty much what this does is it allows you to figure out what's the best type of blog to create for the repurposed video that you're creating, right? And so there's 12 ideas here. You have your how-to, your list post, your ego bait, your expert roundup, resource, ultimate guide, the why post, contrarian, etc. Right? And what this ebook does is it allows you to kind of read through each one of these posts, what they mean, and it gives you an example. Right? Some of the examples actually go into more detail with other examples, so you get a lot of value out of this particular free resource. But I always say, you should never create a blog post from that you're repurposing content from a video without having a good idea on the direction you want to go, whether it's a list or a how-to or a roundup, etc. You want to make sure that you are clear on the type of blog post that you want. And so many people write like three kinds of blog posts and that's it, right? But there's 12, and they all can work really, really well for you if you know what you're doing and if you follow these examples in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the contrarian post, 8 right here, and we'll move on to what we would do next. And that would be kind of transcribing the video and pulling out all of the main key points based on the recipe type, which is the contrarian for myself. You can use AI if you want. It might even be easier if you're using your own content, because you can just go back to your script and pull out the best juicy points that you want to address. And from there, you're all good. So from here, what you would do is you would just go over to YouTube and go over to your transcribing tool. You can download a Chrome extension, and that will be super simple. They'll add it to your YouTube, and then you can kind of just use something like this. It prints out the transcript all right here, and all that you would do is you would copy it, and then you would paste it into your AI or into your document and read through it and highlight it. But what I would like to do is I'm going to use perplexity.ai to help me extract those details. So we're going to move over to Perplexity from here, and we're going to go through that process next. Okay, so now we're in Perplexity, right? And this is the GPT that I use. And pretty much what we're going to do now is we're just going to bring in this transcript here. I'm going to copy that. We get back over to Perplexity. And what you do is you just kind of Control V, and it's going to start to upload, and paste that text in here. And then all you would do here is you would just go, please extract the key points from the text provided. All right, and that's it. You drop that in there and let it do its thing. And here you go. It's going to start giving you all of the key points, right? And from here, what I would do is I would just say, read through all of these bullet points. And at that point, you would take out what you felt was necessary. Maybe the top 3, top 4, top 5. I mean, you could use all of them depending on how long you want the blog post to be. But for me, since I'm going to be approaching it from a contrarian point of view, I want to take out the things that kind of debunk. So, right, like beware of bad advice, quality over quantity. This also goes over the sense of, getting that advice saying post every day. SEO isn't everything, and some people think that SEO is like the most important thing, but it really is there for a guide to help people find your content. But the real major factor is you creating content for the people that follow you, for your audience, right? So don't get so wrapped up in SEO. I would put that in there. Focus on connection, things like that. So what you can do from here, depending on the blog post that you're going to write, you could do something like, okay, great. Now I want you to create a blog outline for me based on a contrarian point of view. I don't know if it's going to work, right? These prompting things are finicky, so you might have to play with it every once in a while. But this is kind of the process, right? You want to just start typing in prompts that are going to help you create this blog post. And in Perplexity, ChatGPT, all of these, generative AI things are depending on the model that you're using, is really helpful for creating outlines. All right, so here we go. Let's see what happens. All right, okay, so there we go. Introduction, briefly introducing the common narrative, the myth of daily posting, the overemphasis on SEO. There you go, right? See, the imitation trap. Never copy people, use them as inspiration and steal like an artist. You know what I mean? But see, so you can see this is the process, right? This is what I would do. I'd get my outline, and then I would move into the writing process. However that is that you guys do your writing process, move into that once you have your overall outline. All right, so you transcribed it. Now what you would do is you would incorporate your SEO, right? Like, again, don't go crazy, but you do need to figure out what works and if there's a way for you to get some traffic. What's your guiding light going to be in regards to this particular type of post, right? And so let's see here. It gave me a headline, why following popular YouTube advice might not work. So you could do something like popular YouTube advice, right? Like something along those lines. And then to do that, so let's check out Low Fruits here, right? This is Low Fruits. I recommend Low Fruits. I recommend Jaxie. I'll leave the links in the description below, but I'm not going to get this video to be too long. But Low Fruits is a great tool. I'm all done. I used all my credits a long time ago. But yeah, you can see here I got tons of reports. But how it works and what I really like about it is they'll allow you to look up ideas for keywords without using any credits. It's a credit-based system, so it's super cheap. You can spend like $20 and get like 2,000 keyword searches. It's amazing. So what I would do here is I would just kind of highlight popular YouTube advice, copy that, drop that in, right? Pick your country, and then let it do its thing. Hopefully this works pretty quick so you guys aren't staring at my screen for too long. All right, looks like it's almost finished. All right, come on, baby. Let's see. Okay, so it came back with 11 keyword ideas found. Cool, you access that. It's going to take you to this page, and it's going to have like these particular things, like how to have a successful YouTube channel. That's not what I asked for. Okay, what makes YouTube successful? So pretty much you go through these keywords. I think it's the last one. It's in here somewhere. The keyword exactly popular YouTube advice. Let's see, popular YouTube advice, right? So then what you can just do here is you would collect this one, and you would just go SERP extraction. Oh yeah, no credits. Okay, but anyway, what you would do is you would click on SERP extraction. It's going to give you something that looks like this, right? Something that looks like this. Let's go here. For example, and what it'll do is it'll tell you where you can win, right? So this is a domain 39, 47, but these should be opportunities that you can have on page 1, depending on your domain authority and depending on how well you write the blog post, right? But like this also is a 26, so this is very low. So you could still rank on page 1 because this is a shop, right? So if this was a topic that we were talking about, I would say, okay, go for it, write it. But that's kind of how Low Fruits works. Let me show you really quick how Jaxie works. That might be a better example for you guys. One sec. Okay, so here we are in Jaxie, right? And Jaxie is a really great tool, especially if you're an affiliate marketer or you want to start making money with affiliate marketing. It really helps you find keywords that you can rank for quickly. So pretty much you just drop it in, and it's also super easy. The interface is really easy to use. It's popular YouTube advice, right? This is the average. There's not a lot of people searching for this, not a lot of traffic, or just Google doesn't, have that data at this particular point in time. But there's only 11 posts on Google in the entire SERP. Right, so this QSR is quoted search results, and it's the number of competing websites ranked in Google for this exact keyword, right? So if you use popular YouTube advice, or I use that and write a contrarian post with this keyword as the primary search, only 11 people wrote about this, right? So I'm going to be on page 2 or page 1 because I'm going to write a bomb ass article. So, you know what I mean? But this is what's really cool is this QSR. You can actually just highlight it here and push this. And what it'll do is it'll give you, it'll sort it, right? So popular YouTube advice is 11. Most popular YouTube music video is going to keep going down. But this is what you focus on right here. It's a great 87 SEO score. Write the post, right? So that's how you use Jaxie. It also gives you related ideas over here if you need them. It's a really cool tool. Like I said, I'll leave the link in the description. You check it out if you want to, right? But now let's move on here. So we looked at that. We incorporated our SEO. Now what we would do is we would expand on the value of the video. So what that means is you'd either watch the video, use the this extraction point, and let's say, again, the overemphasis on SEO, right? Like talking about outlines, present an argument why SEO, while important, should not overshadow content creativity. You can create an infographic. You can dive deeper into this topic with a little bit of a case study from a well-known SEO that's doing really well and not really focused on SEO as much. You can share a little statistics, things like that, to kind of take home and prove your point. There's tons of ways that you can expand on the idea that's already been placed within the video, right? And so after you do that, after you kind of expand on the value of the video, what's currently there, then you bring in something fresh. You bring in something new. What new ideas do you have? Is it a workflow? Is it like, again, a contrarian idea, or is it something else, right? Like, what can you do? What can you add to this now that comes from you, that is your particular twist or spin or, spice on that particular topic, right? For me, probably, I might say something like along the lines that I've been creating blog content for over 6 years, never really focused too much on SEO, and then I've done pretty well. And I'd show like a graph of, a website that I work with, right? Or some other type of proof that shows that SEO not necessarily tackling the highest keywords are the most important, right? Again, you can use low fruits. You can use Jaxie, for example. Jaxie's really great because, like, let's say here, there's not a lot of traffic, right? But it's only an 11. So look at it like compound interest, okay? Like, you can write an article and only get 6, right? But then, then another one that's 14, another one that's 20, and then that begins to snowball. And you're not necessarily targeting the most hardest keywords or the most, extravagant that get hundreds of, or thousands of visitors or clicks a month. But with small wins, you begin to grow and expand. And once Google starts to get comfortable and used to ranking your content because you're writing good content and because you're targeting ideas and topics that people stay on your page with, at that point, you're going to rank much better and begin to build domain authority a lot faster. So I would say something like along those lines and give my personal opinion or my view on the topic in that regard of YouTube SEO, right? And the content quality over the quantity. All right. So that's just an idea. And then pretty much after that, you're just going to proofread and edit your post. Like I said in earlier, Grammarly is really good. Let me get Hemingway up for you so you can see what that looks like. So this is the Hemingway app and editor, and pretty much what you can do is you can take what you write and you can drop it in here. You can also write in this app by itself, right? And then transition it to something else. But what it does is it gives you a readability score of 8. Pretty much anything between like 5th grade, 9th grade is pretty good. Because most people read at that level. It might sting to hear that for some of you guys, but it's the truth, and it's not a bad thing at all. Keeping it simple is one of my mantras when it comes to creating content. I don't remember the name of the author, but they said like good writing is simple writing, right? But that's really hard to do. So don't think that if you're trying to write simple and break it down for people in a way that helps them understand that you're not this prolific, amazing writer, right? That's all about ego, to be 100% honest, depending on your audience. You want to keep that stuff simple. So this app does that, right? It tells you about, your adverbs, the use of passive voice. So you don't have to be an incredible writer or an author to create fantastic content, especially with AI and especially with adding your own spin to things. So this is really, really good. Grammarly, all you do is look up Grammarly.com, sign up, download the Chrome extension, and it's going to pretty much help you not have any mistakes. This is an example right here. It's like it's telling you, okay, add a dash, right? If I were to write, like this, normally what happens is I get a red line here, but it's going to be like, that's not a word. You know what I mean? So it helps you with your grammar and gives you ideas in the sense of, how to make sentences shorter, how to make them more punchy. And apparently this does as well. So you can look into that at your own leisure. The last thing, like I said, would be to just analyze, measure how well you're doing. In this regard, you could go to, let's go to my website for a second, one of my websites. This is Affiliate Profits 101. I talk about affiliate marketing on this website. And we just go to my blog really quick and let's see which one is, I think it's I think I have like comments on a good portion of them. So like this one for Score App, right? Like this is a blog post about an application that helps you create polls and things like that to get questions and help with lead generation. And, you know, I get comments, right? So I understand that people like this content. And so what I could do is I could just go back in here and pull something out of this or repurpose this and dive deeper into another topic because my audience likes this information. They like these posts about the Score app itself. So that's kind of an idea as you begin to start getting posts and start getting comments and start getting engagement, especially when you promote your content on social media, etc. You'll be able to get a good idea of what you need to do in order to continue to create content that wins. And again, like I said earlier, you can go to Google Analytics and pull up the analytics in regards to how the blog post is doing, how much traffic it's getting, if it's ranking, etc. So that's just an idea in the sense of how else you can analyze your content that you're creating for blog posts. And there you have it, all the steps to repurposing your YouTube videos into blog posts. Once you get your workflow down, you'll be moving through these at a much faster pace. If you want to learn more about repurposing blog posts, check out this video right here, or head over to repurposely.com, click on topics, content repurposing, and then blog. And don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you found this helpful. And grab your free blog recipe ebook resource in the description down below. Until next time,